From today, fathers of newborns can look forward to spending a bit more time with their babies. They, along with mothers of children born through surrogacy, will be given 10 days of paid paternity leave. Employers who defy the law will be breaking both the Unemployment Insurance and Basic Conditions of Employment Acts. Trade Union Federation COSATU says it's a historic victory. The union's Matthew Parks joins me now via Skype. How significant is it, Matthew? Until now, you would get 3 days as a father at the birth of your child, to be there for the birth of your child and spend some time with the child, but also parents of children born through surrogacy did not really get to enjoy this so-called family responsibility leave, and it wasn't adequate anyway. So this is significant, isn't it?
Yes, no, this is a historic achievement. It's something that COSATU has fought for many, many years. This particular bill took us about 3 years to get through to Parliament, and it's something that workers across the world have fought for many decades, the right to paid paternity leave. And so we're quite pleased that government has signed it, and we're encouraging all employers to embrace the progressive spirit of it and to abide by it in full. Equally, unions need to make sure that all workers are aware of it and understand how to apply for it and so on. And it's a huge achievement. So instead of, as you're saying, people being entitled to apply for the 3 days family responsibility leave when the child is born, fathers or mothers of surrogate-born children can now apply for 10 days parental leave. Ideally, the employers should pay those workers the normal salary during that 10 days, but where employers are not willing to do that, then those workers can apply to receive 66% of their salary from the Unemployment Insurance Fund. That's basically the same that applies for maternity leave right now. It's not perfect, it's not the full achievement we would have wanted to have seen, but it's a huge step in the right direction, and it will help fathers to take care of the newborn child when the child is born. It will help give space for that 10 days for the mother to recover from giving birth, to heal a little bit, and it also help to help the family to bond as well during that initial 10 days. So it's quite a welcome progressive achievement.
Yeah, in fact, Matthew, you take me to my next question. I imagine that there's a reason why you as COSATU were fighting for this to actually become part of the law, and I imagine that has to do with the social underpinnings of family in our society.
Yes, no, indeed. I mean, one significant part is overcoming the legacies of apartheid migrant labor, where fathers had to leave the Eastern Cape or Limpopo and go and work in Gauteng or Free State or Northwest. So this gives them a chance to go home to be with their wife or the partner and spend time with their child. And of course, to build a healthy, modern, caring nation, we need to build a family bond as well.
Yeah, I think the connection is not so great, Matthew. So let me ask you then the last bit about how this will benefit people who are in the process of adopting a child, because that's the other significance of it, isn't it?
Yes. Look, the adoption leave will come into effect next year. It's not coming into effect today. That still must be promulgated by government. The likely target date is around April, but we're pushing as COSATU to get it done faster than that. When it comes into effect, if you adopt a child who is 2 years and younger legally with a court paper, one parent will be entitled to 10 days paid parental leave. The other parent will be entitled to 10 weeks paid adoption leave. And they will both be paid at the same levels as maternity leave. That is, you can claim 66% of your salary from the Unemployment Insurance Fund, or ideally the employer would give you fully paid leave. But that hasn't come into effect yet. That will come into effect hopefully by April this year. And again, a welcome change, which should help encourage people to adopt children.
All right, Matthew Parks of COSATU, thank you so much for joining us. That line not so great there, but you get the gist of Matthew Parks's input on this significant sweeping reforms, really, that were signed into law, I think around November 2018 by the President, around basic conditions of employment, but also labor relations in the country.